Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like coming up with different ideas. Like, oh, what should I do instead? We got it. It's Media and Mythos, baby. What's up? It's Jam as the world premiere. Um, you know what? I gotta put up the link so if anyone wants to join, I can invite people, right? You have up to 6 people on screen at once. So the link is in the comments. Can I put the link in the bio? Let me see. Let me see. I don't know if I can go back. I can figure it out real quick. But we is live. How you doing? Sorry for the this is just I haven't done the intro yet. So I'll timestamp it. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll say that. I'll timestamp it. So I'm live now. Oh, okay. I can put it in this description. Let me edit it real quick because I can probably still see myself. Right? Let me know if y'all can see me. Please. Okay, I'm gonna put this link there. I think that's it. I don't know what I was trying to spell. All right, cool. All right. Hey, Sheesh. All right, cool. Can you see me? I'm just trying to set it up on my end because I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we're good on that end. Can you see me? What's up, Jason? Can y'all see me? Yes. Okay. And do you have the link to the StreamYard? All right. I just want to like all the technical stuff. I want to make sure that's good. Make sure you can see me. You can see me. I ain't eating. I ain't feeding. And then I'm gonna go like season. Can you hear me too? Cause I got my I got this. My mic. I'm not gonna put the whole thing out. But I got my mic. But yeah, what's going on? Yeah, get the flavor. So we are breaking down. This is a segment called Media Mythos. Previously. All right, cool. All right, cool. And all right, good. Yeah, my bad. I just had to set up the whole technical stuff. But what's up, y'all? It's Jam. I am the world premiere today, and we're gonna be breaking down the Black Knight. Everything looks and sounds good. Thank you, Sheesh. All right, cool. That's like you know when you're running your whole thing, you just want to make sure. And I just get up and go. So yeah, but I'm like, wait, I want to make sure people can see me and hear me. But yeah. But yeah, so Media and Mythos was formerly known as Movie Decode Night, and what inspired it was watching Bobby. Well, I mean, I've always watched movies. I mean, who hasn't watched movies? But watching Bobby Hemmett a few years back, he would kind of do this thing in his lectures where he would just break down the deeper meanings, or he would use movies as examples for his lectures, and it was just something about hearing how he broke, and used certain allegories. Mostly for spirituality, mostly for seeing through the veil, some like matrix decoding, but without sounding too indoctrinated. And I admire that a lot. I was like, you know what? I low key have always seen movies in that way, and I just needed that example, to see. And so I'm super inspired by him to go about and doing a series called Media and Mythos, again formerly known as Movie Decode Night, and yeah, so I want to break it down. If you want to join, let me know. I think I'll know how to invite people. So this is my first time doing the StreamYard, with the possibility of letting people in. So if you got something to say, let's keep it cute. Let's keep it on topic. And yeah, so yeah, shout out to Sheesh who joined the movie night last week. I wanted to say a few weeks back. Time has just been like, ugh. But yeah. So when it comes down to this breakdown, everything is up for discussion. I'm not the type of person where I just want to keep it on one topic, because movies, movies are for everybody, and by that I mean they're for little kids whose awareness is this small, and they're for older adults who their mind just might be on other things such as like symbolism and whatnot. So we can definitely, and I want to break this down too. I got my handy dandy notebook, but we can talk about the aesthetic and the drama, kind of like the performance review, just straight up talking about the acting. Like I when I was watching, I took notes. So when I was watching it, I saw, a lot of like Martin Lawrence's physicality and his performance that I can't see anybody else playing that role for the Black Knight. So I thought um that it was like a perfect choice. So by performance review and aesthetic and drama performance review, what I mean is the acting style of the performers and the choices that were made. Going into, we can also talk about or look through the lens of the directional style. So technical, movie effects, production. I'm gonna keep it up here because I feel like I'm just like going like this. We can talk about the context, the environment of the environment of the film industry, because it is a Hollywood movie. And we can talk about that versus it being like, what if it was shot by an independent film company. We can talk about the esoteric references, so also allegories, magic, myth, religious references, which there are a lot. So I want to definitely put on that lens and talk about the film in that regard. Subliminal codes such as colors and numerology. I know that I got my tablet here, so I can probably just like show some visual displays too. But I know that Martin Lawrence's character Jamal wore, I think it was Kobe's jersey. 23 is Kobe. Look, y'all. So I mean, in reference to subliminal codes, we can talk about that. I feel like basically already talked about that. And then we can talk about the astrology. There was a line in it where the queen had come out and basically she was trying to rile up the crowd, and I wrote this down. I thought it was a brilliant line for the writers. And they had said, like the queen can make the stars fall from the cosmos. So I'm like, all right, that's astrology right there, like the queen, astrology, whatever. And so oh yeah. So talking about like numerology, you can see like he wore, and this is like on the movie poster too. So it was like they wanted, this jersey to him going through, wearing the 23, the choices were made. Right? So yeah, so don't get it twisted. Like it's not even like a level of expertise. I'm just a movie geek. I'm just a movie nerd, and I'm learning as I'm presenting. So so it's as much as learning and presenting, and I wouldn't even necessarily say teaching, because if it was like a teaching style, it's more of like an open discussion type of thing where I'm learning from other people's perceptions. So don't get it twisted what we doing here. I ain't looking for no debates. It's all opinion. So don't bring that here. Don't bring that here. And plus, getting other people's perceptions and inviting people in. That's what it's all about. So yeah, I don't necessarily, maybe because again, this is my first time doing it, and I really like the hey, what's up? Just Able, endless abilities. So I don't necessarily have a structure yet. I feel like that'll come later. So what I did when I was watching the movie, I just was writing notes. So I'm just gonna go in the order of the notes that I took. So excuse me. I just also ate too. So if you want to bring up some topics to discuss in the comments, I'm gonna be looking at that. If you want to jump in, I'll put the I will put the the link to the StreamYard. Oh no, invite. You can hop in and we can talk about it. Nothing is off the table. Just stay on topic, stay on point. That's it. That's it. And other than that, yeah. So yeah, like I said, getting into like a structure, I kind of wrote down those points just to talk about different lenses. But just for this is the first time doing it, so I just want to say all of this is going to be a part of the series, the world premiere is season 2, where back a few months ago, maybe I don't know how long ago now, it's probably Aries season, I said I want to write an entire play online, because I've never seen it done. Just when it comes to creation in general, and I don't want to be too broad with it, but just when it comes to writing plays or creation in that aspect, it's very behind closed doors, and we get to see the release and all of that, and I'm very much obsessed with the process, and in turn, hopefully, maybe inspiring someone else who might have an idea that they don't know how to go about it, writing it. I wasn't, I wouldn't consider myself a strong writer. And so this is also what this kind of practice of going up online and sharing the ideas, it also allows me to go back, run it back, see what works, see what doesn't. And it's all just purely like experimental. And by Sagittarius season, we'll have a full play. but yeah, I don't want to get too into that. But basically, one of the plays is called The Black Jester, and I got that idea during Aries season. I wrote it down in one of my notebooks. I had lots of notebooks, and I said, you know what? No, I want to turn this into, like a learning experience for me, and some content as well. I want to turn it into some content. So the Black Jester, if I could, I don't have a synopsis or a tagline for it yet, but basically it's like a spin-off of the Black Knight and also the Court Jester. Hey, that's what's up. All right, I'm gonna be here. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna just, till it run dry. So go ahead, and I looking forward to having you. So yeah, the Black Jester was gonna kind of be like a spin-off of the Black Knight. And then I was like, you know what? No, I want to put myself on. I want to put myself into the ring. And because it was kind of turning into like fandom or like fan fiction, which is cool. I have a lot of fan fiction stories, but I wanted to insert myself, my experiences into it. So I kind of set the main character, the protagonist, as myself, but I'm setting it in 2012. So I'm kind of giving it this like dated, about 10 years ago, fresh out of high school, and basically running the same course of the Black Knight film, where the character Jamal ends up time traveling to the past. And you know what? I was inspired by this film called not Camelot. I'm gonna figure out what the name of that film was too, but I wanted to specifically set it in medieval Scotland because I pay a lot of attention. I pay a lot of attention to street signs. Let me finish my thought. I pay a lot of attention to street signs, and what I'm seeing in my environment is that a lot of the street signs are named after like English and Irish royalty. And in my story, The Jaguar, which I posted a pilot of it last year, it's on my YouTube. Um, I kind of have this opening bit where the main character is talking about why do he's on the bus stop and he's looking at all of the street signs. He's like, why do all of these names remind me of like old warlords? And so this is literally a conversation that I had with myself when I was riding the bus a few years back, and just being like, this is just weird as hell, like what is up? So I decided to set the time in medieval Scotland. So it kind of has this political undertone to it. It's still heavily involved with the Black Knight, and this whole idea that the Black Jester don't got shit to do with race. So shoo, put that out your head. But it does have shit to do with our inability to separate our lights. And inspired by the Archangel Uriel, inspired by esoteric knowledge and this whole idea of what we're all doing internally. So the Black Jester represents just an entertainer or an actor. This is still my synopsis. I'm just realizing this is still my synopsis, which is crazy. I'm gonna have to actually have a synopsis. But the Black Jester is an archetype that goes to show, like what happens when the goal is to separate your waters. The goal is to separate, and how I'm gonna personify that is that the Jester has maybe 5 traits that he needs to conquer or he needs to master. He needs to have good wit. So he needs to have the gift of gab. He needs to be able to sing. He needs to be able to act, tell a joke, and maybe like some kind of physicality type of thing. So like these are the waters that he needs to separate, and the Black Jester is able to mix all of those together and become like the ultimate entertainer, the ultimate actor. So it's an allegory for that. Whew, okay, all right. Yeah, that was my elevator pitch. I'm gonna really actually need to do, a real synopsis. So this is why we're here. Write an entire play online. I'm the first to ever do it. Get at me. Jam, boom, boom. Okay. So let's get into it. So like I said, I'm gonna just start with the beginning of the movie and just go straight through. So this is The Black Knight starring Martin Lawence. The director is Gil Junger, and it was released in 2001. And it's just crazy because I didn't think that anybody else, like, shout out to Sheesh, shout out to Jason. I didn't think anyone else seen this film. It was one of those movies I watched as a kid, and when the DVD player first came out, I remember that being like a big old event in our house. And The Black Knight, I think, was either the first or the second film that we watched on DVD. So it wasn't even the fact that the movie was good. It was the fact that it was like an entire event that I'll never forget. It was a ritual. It was a performance. And, just like the act of sitting down watching. The other film that we watched was Zoolander, Derek Zoolander, which also has like a huge like subconscious imprint on my mind. But the whole idea is just like satire, and the Black Knight follows in that step where it's satirical, but it's funny. Well, I mean, it's funny because it's also a comedy, but what's funny about it, the satire is just about how we live our culture is made fun of, because there's that cultural clash when Jamal, the main character, goes back in time, and he's like dapping people up, hey, what's happening, what's up, and everyone's like, oh, you speak with such strange tongue, so it's like that's the satire, making fun of like, what is this culture, what is separating us, from each other. We're all saying the same thing, but we're saying it in a different way. And when we're expressing ourselves authentically, it might come across as funny. It might come across as, it delights people instead of threatening people, instead of it feeling like a threat, which I feel like nowadays, like you'll see a bunch of like alien destruction movies, and it's like why can't we come together and be in peace and harmony? Why do aliens have to come and like abduct us and destroy us? What happened to like we see something a little unfamiliar and we're just like, let's be ourselves and maybe we can learn something? No, not today, not these days. I just realized that. But anyway, yeah. So let's get into it. So the Black Knight, it starts with Jamal's reflection. So I'm sitting here, I'm watching it, and I'm just like, all right, so he's brushing his teeth, washing his face, he's getting ready. That's the entire intro. So to me, with the mirror, that whole allegory, it's showing me that it's a film about self-reflection. This character is gonna go on a journey, and he's gonna learn something about himself. And surely enough, he does. So that was one of the first notes that I wrote down. Just everything means everything in films. And so is there a guy in here, Mike? What's going on, Mike? Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm so mad! Oh, yo, it's full of. Ow, I'm mad. I feel for that. But yeah. So they're watching it, and like I'm watching it, and we're all just like, wait a second, like if this starting out with the reflection, then it's gonna be completely about that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be like, oh shit. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, writing about reflection, right? Like gonna be about sitting in the passenger side, because the next scene was just him just riding down the street. I think it was set in Compton, and yeah, so he's on his way to work in Castle World. So it's like instantly right away, like you can see that the environment is all about like Castle World, and like, oh shit, so it's like already setting you up. The director, the writer, they're already setting you up for um just to say like this is going to be set in medieval times. So I'm like, all right, cool, cool, cool. I mean, let me keep going down with my notes. Going down with my notes. Um, one of the lines, there was this kind of like boss character, and she was like wearing all black. No, this shit funny. That shit funny as hell. No, yeah, I was like, hold up, and I'm like listening to myself bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Just say, I'm like hearing myself like be like, what? But I'm also like, all right, I'm just here. Like, okay, I'm hearing myself like come back to it. But yeah, I guess people flunk that. I mean, thanks for the energy. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn. But yeah, so there's this character, and she's the boss, and she reminds me of like big Saturn energy. She's wearing like all black. She's the owner of like the Castle World. I think it was Castle World. It was something else. And so she's like, we got to get it together. We have competition. There was like another idea about competition, and just like bringing it into the forefront, where it's like you basically, and right away it kind of puts you into that mindset, thinking about like what I learned about in school about like caste systems, caste systems, and thinking about like kind of what these small business owners represent in the community. This is what the boss character represented to me, where it's like you have like your overlord, or this king, or well, I mean, we know where the queen at, we know where Queen Elizabeth's at, but it's like we don't know what like the king is. So it's like this is kind of like, like the shadowing, or like the veil that's put in front of us. But it's like we're all clearly working for something. I'm just putting myself in the mindset of the workers of the film. So we're all like clearly doing something, and what I'm seeing is that these small business owners become like kind of like I want to say like the lords, or like the capitalistic lords. So that's what that character reminded me of. And she saw a lot of potential in Jamal, but like he just wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't like into it. He wasn't like, you know, he's like, man, I'm just trying to make a quick buck. He doesn't really see the overall picture. I'm gonna let Sheesh in. What's going on, Sheesh? What's up? Hold on.
Hey, finally made it.
Good. What's going on? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
It's hot.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I got the AC on. I had to turn on the little thing. But yeah. Now this is my first time doing, just like a movie night, kind of like live and in person. I was doing it behind the scenes, but I'm like, all right, let me put myself up there, put myself out there. And this is Media Mythos. I did my little intro a little bit earlier. And so what I'm doing is just going from the beginning and just like going through, because I don't really have a structure for it yet, but I just got a bunch of notes. So yeah, I was just at the beginning. We had a troll come through. I was like, but you know what? You know what? The thing is, like, it's like got distracted, but then I immediately turned it off, right? And then I'm like hearing myself trying to come back, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. I can come back from it. Like, all right, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Don't get me. Come on, I know how to come. I know how to bounce back now. So thank you. But yes, thank you for being here. And so I was just talking about like the very, very beginning. Like the dude was brushing his teeth, Martin Lawence, Jamal character brushing his teeth. So I was like, this is gonna be a self-reflection. This is gonna be something where he's looking at himself, or he's noticing something, but maybe he's not looking at something. And I just got up to the part where the boss, they were like, we got competition, Castle World's coming up, and basically Jamal, the character, is like, oh, I'm gonna have to work at Castle World. We're gonna have to file bankruptcy or something for wherever he was working at the time. And the boss lady just saying like, oh, I had so much potential in you, Jamal. Like I saw a big future for you, and he just doesn't get it. So that's literally where I left off. So the floor, if you want, you can take it over. If you have some notes or anything.
I told you, I said I was gonna rewatch it and take notes. I forgot.
Look. Life been a little, it's just schedule wise, but it's like, but ain't shit taking us off. Like
time has been so weird lately. Like, wait a minute, how did I get here?
How did I get here? But it's like, wait, I got something I gotta do. So that's what I was
saying. I'm over here glistening.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, if you wanna take the floor, or if you wanna bring up something that was like really like stood out to you. I was saying like it don't gotta be explicitly a specific lens, because movies is for everybody. So it's like we don't gotta just focus on the esoteric. We can also talk about the direction. We could talk about the acting, shit like that. Because I was like, the shit was funny. Like, let me not make this more than what it is. It was a funny film, but when you look at it through that lens, you start to pick up on shit. Like even the whole myth of the Black Knight. Like when they were sitting in the jail and he had told him all about the Black Knight. He was like, "You haven't heard of the Black Knight?"
Yep.
Like, what? Who the fuck is the Black Knight? And like, wait, I gotta get to these notes.
What he said after that, he was like, he said, whatever that is that you smoking, I want some of that. I
want some of that.
He did not get it still.
I was saying earlier, like that whole idea, like it's a satire, but what they're making fun of is just like our culture and how we talk to each other. Like putting race to the side, because he's set in a different timeline. Like he's set in a different time. But what was funny was him like dapping up people, be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
Like you speak with such a strange tongue, and like that's just making fun of us, like saying like, we this is what we do. But instead of like going to war with each other, like, hey, don't speak like that. It's like speak, and he put a smile on everybody's face. They were just like, you're so delightful,
Right. It was more intrigued than afraid. And that's crazy, because I was just thinking about how, like, they say people would be afraid of the unknown. I think it's more so the case that people be afraid of what they can't control. And in that movie, it was depicting like they didn't really care to, they was just chilling. They was just vibing.
Yeah, it was not a threat, because even the whole idea of them being in a kingdom, that's the whole idea of like they have to protect something. They have to protect, they have to protect that thought. But a little did the citizens know that like he, or maybe they did, but he got the throne, the King Leo. His name was King Leo of all fucking shits. Like his name was King Leo.
I didn't even notice that.
I peeked that up like towards the end. Yeah, so his name is King Leo, but basically he the word is like usurped. So he just like he took it. He killed whoever was in, and he took it without, and it wasn't rightfully his. That whole political party, that political movement, and why he wore the medallion, that's what he had found, and that's what transported him back. So it's like that Black Knight medallion, like that opposing party being there too. So the people within the kingdom thing, no, they was just like, oh, we just go about our day. But the people who was, a little savvy politically, they were like, you wear the medallion. You must be on our side.
Yeah.
I thought that was clever. I just thought that was clever how they had did that. It was like a cross, like a crucifix type of thing.
That's so crazy because remember we was talking about how like the lake, the water was basically a portal. Then that just made me think like, okay, it's a portal, but you got to have something to connect you to the other side, which was that medallion.
Mm, that the water, the
Something
emotion,
physical.
the
The
connection,
opposite. Oh my God, the opposite, water and earth.
the artifact. You got the artifact. And what the Black Knight, he spit out some fire. He spit out fire, like because it was something where in the myth, I gotta find the notes, but I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna read it verbatim. But basically, like I remember when they were going to war, taking back the throne. He had got a lighter and some fucking aerosol spray, and like that made it look like he was spitting fire, but it was, you know, it was smoke and mirrors. But
Right.
it was a part of the myth, like, you know. Oh, okay, I got it. I fuck these notes. I'm trying to like go off of, you know, just so basically, what happened was that legend has it the Black Knight got swallowed by a dragon, and inside he had his blade, and it was strong enough to cut through the dragon's stomach, and when he arrived he could spit fire like the dragon. That was literally the allegory. Let's go. So when he had came out, you know, Jamal's character, Martin Lawrence's character, he had did this thing with like aerosol and a fucking lighter, and was just like shh, and it scared people, but you know, it was like the smoke and mirrors effect. But it was that whole idea of like connecting the water, the earth, the medallion, the fire, and then the air, because he was a little trickster. He had to
Man, listen, he was like, he said, because I'm a sorcerer.
I'm a sorcerer.
That was funny.
Hey, yo, he had the gift of gab, and it helped him because up until a certain point, when the execution came, he didn't know it was a game. He thought it was the castle world, because back in his normal world, they was in Compton. But back in like whatever, it was like 2000s or whatever, it was like, yeah, they got a new medieval times opening up. He thought it was that up until like the head cutting, the beheading.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
So he was just walking through, just like being himself, like joking. It was like it was a farce to him. So it was like that whole idea of imagination, faking it till you make it, can get you. It can save your life.
No, for real, because it's all about the illusion, for real. Really
when you know the illusion and you know how to play into it, and you're not that motherfucker that just calls it out like, oh, this is all fake. You know, no, he was going with the flow, because guess what? He was chasing some ass. He was chasing the chambermaid. He was chasing the chambermaid.
He was chasing the on his mind. He wasn't worried about that.
Root stuff. It's deep and it's fun because it's like it can be just a silly little film, but just showing like what it is that we're doing. They just show what it is that we're doing. That's what's up. I remember that because I was like, I'm trying to read my notes, but this is so in the moment. So I'm like, man,
right.
What's up, Drea? I got.
I can't even see the chat.
That's all. Look, it took me a while to set this up.
Hey.
But, if y'all want to join in, y'all more than welcome to. It's very loose. We're just talking about the Black Knight. Apparently, and I was saying this too. I know that other motherfuckers watch this. I know other people watch this. You know, I thought it was just a little film that I was into. So
yeah,
that's I know it was like commonly known, but now I know people mess with the Black Knight.
You know, that's crazy because I don't really hear too many people talk about this. So, well, when I heard you say Black Knight, I was like, oh yeah, that's my shit. And that's crazy because I had like randomly caught it one night. Like it wasn't something that I watched when I was younger. I watched Black Knight when I was like, I think in college or something. And I just like caught it randomly. Like I was like, damn it, Martin Lawence, okay, I'm gonna watch this.
It was one, it was like one of
the classic. I'm like, where this been all my life? But you know, that one scene that you had pointed out, we was watching it. Damn, that was a good point. And okay, I'm not gonna go over the place, but like, you know, when he was in that dance hall or whatever, and there was like dance to the music, dance to.
Hey yo, dance to the music. And
that was such a dope, like, I love how they put that together because it's like integrating the past with the present, and it's like that's like how the generations need to freaking be. Like, why is we fighting each other? We need to, you know, dance.
We need a dance. Guess what? They turn the music off, so it's like motherfuckers got to start making their own music. That's the thing. Like, there was so many programs that just got turned off. And it's like we just gotta remember that we the programmers, like we the ones
exactly.
Yeah, it's and you know what, how he was able to orchestrate that whole you know, his life was on the line. So it goes back to that survival mode.
Yes.
Either you gotta survive, you gotta fuck, you gotta eat. So it was like shit, putting us, I guess, you know, if you privileged or sheltered in a lot of ways, like step out of that. And like, I'm going back to what you were saying, like we should, you know, this is what the generation should be doing, but it's like a little trick is like get yourself in, be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Stop trying to
Right.
go for the like white picket fence. That shit gone. You gotta build a white picket fence. Like, come on. But yeah, but nah, I feel you. That scene was fucking hilarious. That was like his whole jester scene. So, but it was natural to him. It was just like the little cultural mix up.
So okay, what you saying that basically the whole movie, we like he got to learn about how survival. The whole movie was him learning how to prioritize his root chakra, his base chakra.
Prioritize that. Learning
like
how
putting in the right perspective, in the right like working with it in the right way. And you know how they were saying when he the Legend of the Black Knight got swallowed by the dragon, and then he came out able to do the exact same thing. It's like Jamal, like
and when he had came back and he was able to spit fire, he gave new vision to that job that he was at. He gave oh boy, that's it. Like that's it. Like that. We got the film. You know what I'm saying? We understand. I like morals to the stories, not necessarily a happy ending, but like a moral, a lesson you can kind of see. You know, I mean, it's all fun and shits and giggles, but it's like those little moments that
read between the lines.
That's it. The night, the first person that he met when he went back in time was Sir Nolte. Well, he was like a knight, but he was like a drunk, and so that reminded me. He was like once the most noble knight when the queen was in the throne, but when King Leo took over, he got like he fell from grace. It was a fall from grace, whether it was like strategic or not. Maybe it was strategic because he was with the queen. He probably defended her, and then they got ran out of the kingdom. Nolte was like the drunk person that he first met coming out, and Nolte was like, "Oh, I'm all drunk." But basically, what we end up finding out was that he was like the most noble knight of the queendom. And so this whole idea of this character, like this homeless, down and out, when it comes to like a shift, how do you go about, you know, getting back to your status, reclaiming your status?
Right.
It took Jamal, it took the character for him to get back up there and to just kind of get some encouragement. And he had introduced Jamal to the queen. He had said, you know, like, this is my friend. He is of fuck these notes. Oh no, I got it. He's like, fuck these notes. Like he said, he is of unconventional wisdom and bravery, something like that, like unconventional. So this whole idea of being not of convention, like being unconventional. This whole idea, and that's what encouraged the knight to get back into his rightful position. You know, he wasn't a drunk anymore. He wasn't, you know, all that shit. So that was another archetype, another character that stood out to me.
I'm gonna definitely have to. Man, I gotta go watch because I didn't even go back and watch it after. I just, you know, I've been all over the place. But
it's all good. Look. I'm just squeezing time in to do this, but it's like when it comes to this whole series that I'm doing, I just wanted this to be a part of that series because this is what's ultimately going to inspire the play that I'm releasing Sagittarius season. So I'm putting it out. I'm like, I ain't never seen a motherfucker write a whole play online. So this is just my process. I'm a geek. I'm just a nerd. So when it comes to that troll, I'm like, why are you on my page? I'm just a little theater nerd.
Yeah, it's like, look, you're trying to be a part of my play, huh?
Right. I'm like, damn, y'all go show some porn. I'm like, I don't think I got a porn scene in this one, but you know, it just might be. I'm like, man, it just might be who I'm associated with. I'm like, damn, like, but hey, give me that energy. You know what I'm saying? Give me that energy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You know, so I'm like, man, I'm just a little theater nerd. I'm writing a little play. What you on my live for?
Right.
Crazy times, man.
People just be bored. People just be
bored.
Like, people just be bored. Listen, this ain't got nothing to do. Not nothing to do. This ain't got nothing on. This is an app called Bigo.
Clubhouse or StreamYard.
No, but it's like the hood Clubhouse. It's like Clubhouse in the trenches. It's like,
got you. Bigo.
It's like ratchet. This Clubhouse ratchet. Like it's so much shit going on in the app. It's wild as fuck, and I'll be on there enjoying it. Like it be so much shit.
Hell yeah,
it's so toxic, but.
No, like toxic shit. Not like toxic shit. I was on Clubhouse yesterday watching this, like it was like Nicki Minaj versus Beyonce. They did a little versus, like the fan bases. I was in there enjoying myself. I'm like, man, I love this. I'm sipping my tea. I'm like, this is fun to me. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, Nicki's the queen, all that shit, you know.
What you call it, Sukiyama? I think she tried. Listen, the thing about Bigo, though. They don't give a fuck who you is. Like, you could be
Okay.
a celebrity. They don't care. They're gonna troll your ass. They're gonna run you off the app. Ray J tried to get on there. Sukiyana tried to get on there. Cardi B tried to get on there. They don't give a damn. They gonna troll your ass. Like,
Yeah.
that app is hilarious. They don't give a fuck.
Shit. Yeah, you gotta have something. You gotta have something going, or you thug it out.
Honestly, yeah, you just gotta have some tough skin. They don't
Yeah,
care if you
yeah.
You gotta have tough skin.
Oh shit! All right. Well, look, good to know. I'm trying. I was just thinking this morning, like we're all over these apps. Like this is how we're connected with each other. So if I can get a little bit here, a little bit there, that'd be cool. Because I don't want to just be stuck on one format. Yeah. But that's what's up. All right, big O. I know it's a little rat. I can get with it because I can do this in a lot of different formats. I'm trying to get TikTok too. Like
you can also like if you find it to be something that you really enjoy doing, like you can be consistent with it, you can make money off of that app too. Cause like it's a gifting app. So like they'll gift like people will gift you and it translates into money. Like
yeah. I said that because I would watch like replays of TikTok. Does TikTok do that too? Like the gifts turn into money too?
I think they do. Yeah, when you go live. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
I think so. I ain't been on TikTok in a minute.
I want to try it because I saw people playing music and they didn't get turned off. Like they're in their lives, in their replays, they didn't get turned off. So I'm like, all right, because I like playing music, and I know you be playing music in your lives too. And
yes.
Lives. Yeah, sometimes it'll stay up, sometimes it won't. Was that how it was working, or like at some point you just don't give a fuck no more? Like you just have it.
Oh yeah, I just stopped caring.
Okay,
like,
true.
I just didn't want to go live.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, for club.
But yeah, on Bigo you can play any music. Like they don't. Only thing you can't do is like smoke in a camera.
Oh, true. Okay, all right.
But
I take my little edibles on the side or something, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, that ain't nothing.
Shit like that.
As long as they don't see you inhaling on the camera, that's it.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, that's
commercial break for the apps. Yeah, we put the apps on. We put the apps on. That's not the other way around. The apps don't.
Right.
Like we give them contact. But anyway, honestly, like when it came down to like. We got the performance out the way. We touched on the esoteric, the religious references. I mean, they was all like Christianed out. I mean, they never really said it, but it was like it was there. It was like, wow, how else did they rape and pillage the land? And like it all stemmed from that religious mindset of like we got to go out and act with these bodies and actually go out and do it. Where it's like, no, you didn't. Y'all are all fucked up.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't have to do all that. But
right.
hey, that I became aware within that shit that y'all did. So hey, whatever. Like it is what it is. Directional style, like it was cool. It was cool. Like I had no issues. No, like why they shoot it like that. It was a Hollywood film, so it's like they had that on lock. Aesthetic and drama. Shout out to Martin Lawence. I don't feel like anybody else could have done that performance like how he not only is he like funny, but like he's like his physicality is funny too. And I don't mean to compare him to other comedians or whatever, but like I can't think of too many people who can like be physically funny and like gift the gab type funny too at the same time. I mean, obviously choreography comes into play, but he executed it well. Like when he was on,
he definitely did.
Like even though some body doubles might have been involved, but like that whole idea of him just like being on the horse, it was just funny. It was like,
that shit was hilarious. It had me crying.
That shit was just funny. And yeah, nah, you hit the nail on the head early in the game, and I don't think it go no further than that. I think that's about it. I like the undertones of the film. I mean, not only is it a good funny film, if you're into like some like stupid humor, some like little like race funnies type of shit, like it's so fucking funny. And then if you're also looking at that lens of like, what are they pointing to? Like just it was just that little moment in the beginning. Jamal is lacking something. His character was just lacking something. He just lacked the kind of perception of what it takes to. Because another theme that was going on with the boss was that we need jobs for the community. So that was just something that I attached myself to. Like, okay, like how do we actually make a change in the community? All right, we provide jobs, shit like that. He went the whole entire thing. They said when he got up, he was only under there for like 20 minutes. So I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. He was it was only, and then he got
like he took a nap.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, took a nap. I'm laughing because I took a nap right before here. I was like, it was a little 15-minute nap. But during that 15 minutes, he went on that entire travel, and then he came back with the idea, how to revitalize the community and how to put himself in a certain position, in a certain status. Because it's like
Yeah.
He's not going to war with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not, but it's like we do be fighting. We do be putting, you know, spells on each other and shit. But it's like
Right.
we don't physically have to go out and fight each other. But you know, he was kind of just like fighting his past, or you know, like he wasn't shit before. So it's like I'm gonna put myself in a position, and I came out on top because. And you had said during the film like this could possibly be like his past life, like the Black Knight being like this is like footprints in the sand or like
right. That he forgot about, like aspects of himself that he had forgotten to tap into.
Real shit, real shit. But yeah, I look, we hit the nail on the head early in the game.
Period.
Sheesh, thank you for being here. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. This is the world premiere series, season 2, E-series, and I'm writing an entire play online using the Black Knight as inspiration. The next movie night or breakdown, it might be tomorrow, but it's going to be The Court Jester, which is like an old time film. It came out in 1955. It's one of them, you know, like Technicolor films. Still fucking funny. So if you want to tune into that, everybody tune into that. But sheesh, thank you.
All right, let me see what it's giving. Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. Take care.
And keep you too.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna just close it out on here and do all the orders. So, Drea, watching. You know what? I've never seen Inception. So I would want to put that down. You know what I'm doing with these movie nights though? I'm not just like doing any like willy-nilly type of thing. I'm trying to put myself on as I'm doing these movie nights thing. You know what I'm saying? So if there's like an idea or a story that I have, that has to do with like Inception themes, because it's like psychological and like dreamy. Then yeah, we're gonna watch Inception. I gotta check it out. But let me go through the comments, because if you didn't want to join, I was gonna say you can definitely look into the comments and get into that. So more for that if we can, if the water can talk. For dream type of movies, real shit. Yeah. Were you referring to the Black Knight? Even to how he got in that because he was working at the jet, because he was working the, okay, all right, got you, fallen angels type shit. All right, it goes into the dream time, like 3 minutes being 10 years. Oh shit. Okay. I'll have to get into that. I haven't seen it. I might just like watch it by myself and then like make it a thing, like a talk back type thing. Jason, we about to, you know what, Jason, we're gonna close it this time. We're gonna close it out soon. Just because Sheesh and I hit the nail on the head. We got to the point of the entire film like super early. I mean, I didn't have any time expectations, but like we just got into it and I was like, well, there's no point in really holding or discussing it. You know, like it is what it is. The Black Knight, starring Martin Lawence, came out in 2001. If you would like to view the video, the movie, you can hit me up. I still have the Zoom link and you can watch the entire film. But other than that, yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Jam Boom Boom as the world premiere. And we out. Y'all take care. Bye.